Welcome to the Bonfire Builder 102 tutorial. In this session, we'll focus on creating more dynamic and complex behaviors using Bonfire Builder's behavior tree system. This one will take us further into crafting interactions and logic, resulting in richer gameplay and immersive experiences. Before we dive into behavior trees, let's set the stage. For this example, we'll create a simple village environment using low-poly assets. Go to the Asset Config button and download the Low Poly Village and Low Poly Humans assets. Once downloaded, drop these assets into the scene and position them to create a basic village setup. This will form the foundation for the interactions we'll build later. Next, we'll add a Viking character to the scene, which will be the focus of our behaviors. To add the Viking character, navigate to the Spark browser, locate the Low Poly folder, and under the Human subfolder, find the Viking character. Drag the Viking into the village and adjust its position and rotation to face the player, preparing it for interaction. With the scene set, let's explore how behaviors work in Bonfire. Bonfire allows you to create dynamic interactions through causes, effects, and modifiers. In this tutorial, we'll use the Viking character as an example. Select the Viking character and, in the Behaviors window, set the cause to Approached Cause. Add the effect Converse, so the Viking says, "Hello there." Let's hit play and test the behavior. Great. Now, let's talk about configuration sparks. These are special sparks that control global elements, such as lighting, skyboxes, or even randomization. Configuration sparks don't exist in the 3D world, but they allow you to modify behaviors globally, like adding randomness to interactions without requiring a physical location. To make the interaction feel more organic, we'll add variation. Instead of having the Viking always say the same thing, we'll introduce a random effect. Use the random modifier in the modifiers window to alternate between two responses. "Hello there," or "How are you?" This adds dynamism to the interaction, as the player won't know which greeting they'll receive. Let's hit play and test the behavior. Nice. Let's speed it up a bit to find the right converse. Great, the random behavior works. Let's take it a step further by adding a third random phrase to the Viking's responses. Simply add another random node with the phrase, "Time to set sail." Once done, hit the play button. Perfect, the third response is now working. Now, when the player interacts with the Viking, they'll hear one of three possible responses, adding even more variety to the experience. We can do more than just randomize dialogue. Let's also randomize the Viking's animations. For instance, add an animation effect where the Viking might perform an idle animation, like waving while greeting the player. This demonstrates how behavior trees can trigger multiple actions simultaneously, enhancing the realism and immersion of the interaction. Next, let's explore the difference between sequential and simultaneous effects in Bonfire. Sequential effects occur one after the other, while simultaneous effects happen at the same time. For example, when the Viking says "time to set sail," you can trigger both the speech and an animation simultaneously, making the interaction more dynamic. Next, we'll look at how to chain actions in sequence. After the Viking says "hello there," we'll have him follow up with, "How do you like this weather?" This shows how you can create a series of interactions, one after the other, using sequential effects to guide the flow of conversation. Throughout this tutorial, we've combined modifier effects, multiple outputs, and both sequential and simultaneous actions to create more complex and dynamic behaviors. The ability to layer these elements allows you to craft rich, immersive interactions within your experiences. In our next tutorial, we'll introduce state machines and explore how to use multiple chapters to build even more advanced behaviors. Our goal is to help you create larger, more intricate, and engaging experiences in Bonfire. Stay tuned for more.